Morbid Facts, Part 693. At age 15, actor Chad Michael Murray's intestines twisted around themselves in a rare medical emergency called a volvulus, cutting off blood flow and rupturing vessels. The blockage caused massive internal bleeding, and he collapsed before being rushed to the hospital. Doctors cut him open twice in desperate surgeries, untwisting and repairing his gut while removing damaged sections. He lost half of his blood, drifted in and out of consciousness, and lay so close to death that his family discussed last rites at his bedside. He was quickly hooked up to a critical blood transfusion, saving his life but leaving him with permanent scars and a gut rebuilt from the inside out. These haunting photos from 1960 show Otto Frank, the sole survivor of the secret annex, returning to the attic where his family hid for 2 years during Nazi occupation. In August of 1944, the Gestapo raided the hiding place after reportedly receiving an anonymous tip, though the betrayer was never definitively identified. This 2007 photo captured 8-year-old Christian Golchinski receiving the folded American flag from his father's coffin, Marine Staff Sergeant Mark Golchinski, who was killed by enemy fire in Iraq. The image became one of the war's most haunting symbols of sacrifice, a child forced to accept a flag in place of his father. Morbid Facts, Part 692. In 2022, Twitch streamer and former adult star Adriana Chechik broke her back after jumping into a deceptively shallow foam pit at TwitchCon. The pit was barely padded over concrete and she fractured her spine in multiple places. While hospitalized, she discovered that she was pregnant, but the emergency surgery forced her to terminate the pregnancy. Metal rods were implanted as she had to relearn how to walk and was left with lasting nerve damage. The incident sparked outrage as others were also injured, but no real accountability followed. Chechik later said the experience destroyed a part of her life that she'll never get back. In 1996, Polish model and former Miss International Agnieszka Kotlarska narrowly escaped death when she canceled her seat at the last minute on TWA Flight 800, the doomed flight that exploded mid-air, killing all 230 people on board. But just weeks later, fate caught up with her. As she arrived home, a stalker she once knew attacked without warning, stabbing her to death in front of her husband and young daughter. To prove that mosquitoes transmitted yellow fever, American physician Jesse William Lazier deliberately allowed himself to be bitten by an infected mosquito. 17 days later, Lazier died from the very disease he was trying to study. His death confirmed the deadly role of mosquitoes in spreading yellow fever, sacrificing his life to save millions of others. Morbid Facts, Part 533. As a teenager, the late rapper Big Pun was an accomplished boxer and basketball player. But after dropping out of school and battling depression, he became severely addicted to food. He gained about 50 pounds a year for the next decade before dying of a massive heart attack at the age of 28 while weighing just under 700 pounds. One of the traditional ways to make Okinawan snake wine is quite horrific. It involves putting the snake on ice until it passes out, after which it is gutted, bled, and sewn back up. When the snake is thawed out and reawakens, it quickly dies in an aggressive, striking manner. In 1977, the wife of Melvin Carr arrived home one morning and found her husband dead on the floor in their garage, along with 2 young women and a man dead in the trunk of his car. Police determined that Melvin had kidnapped them at gunpoint the night before, raped the 2 women, and gassed them all with a hose connected from his car's exhaust to the trunk. Melvin had apparently passed out from the toxic fumes upon opening the trunk to dispose of them and ended up meeting the same fate as his victims.